Hello and welcome to part 3 of lesson number 4 in Unit 1 Linear Systems in our grade 10 academic math class. This is solving linear systems of equations using substitution. So we're going to jump right down to it. You don't need another recap. We just needed to get to the word problem. So the word problem is Guarantee Pool Repair charges $50 for a service call plus $40 per hour for labor. Oasis Pools and Spas charges $30 for a service call plus $45 per hour for labor. Find the length of a service call for which both companies charge the same amount. Okay, so it's when you see things like both companies charge the same amount, we're looking for a point of intersection. What's nice is we already have our let statements happening, so we're going to let C represent the cost of the service call in dollars, let H represent the amount of time in labor, amount of time of labor in hours, and we have two equations. And what you're going to notice for these two equations right here is that they already have these beautiful isolated C values. So what we can do in order to solve this is we can just substitute number 1 into number 2. And essentially we have 40H plus 50 equals 45H plus 30. And now we can solve. It's nice and straightforward. We are going to bring the 45H over to the other side. We're going to do that by subtracting 45H's from both sides. At the same time, we're going to take positive 50 and bring it over to the other side by subtracting 50 from both sides. So what do we have here? We have negative 5H is equal to negative 20. We divide both sides by negative 5, and H gives us 4. Recall that the variable H that we defined was for number of hours, so we know that 4 hours of labor will yield the same amount of money in terms of a service call. The question actually asks for find the length of the service call for which both companies charge the same amount. So it's going to be 4 hours, but just for kicks, let's go back in and find the next piece. So we are going to sub H equals 4 into 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter. So if we pick number 1, we have C equals 40, H is plus 50. All right. We then have 40 times 4 plus $50. That's going to equal 160 plus 50. So that's going to be 210 bucks. There we go. Now again, the question didn't want that. We were just doing it because we were here and why not. But the actual answer to the question that was being asked was, therefore, a service call of 4 hours cost the same for both companies. For both. All right. So there we go. There's a word problem. Again, I want to point out, I did it, but I'll do it again. When you have these sort of what I call like a break-even problem where you've got a cost equals something and it's complicated, and a second scenario cost equals, this is a perfect opportunity to use substitution, which we did here. Make sure you keep your eye on what the question is asking. Get let statements on there if they aren't already. This one already had the let statements, which was great. So this is solving linear systems by substitution. If you have any questions, reach out to me via email, our group chat in the classroom, personally if you happen to be in the room on that day. Otherwise, good luck with the homework, and we'll see you in the next lesson.